It often actually starts with instinct. You think, yeah, this feels like it's good, but then the trick is to find the evidence to either back up those hypotheses, if you like, or to disprove them. My name is Nic Pillow. I am a ventures director for Blackfinch. So for the last few years, I have been investing in technology startup businesses. The nature of what we do is that a lot of the companies that we invest in won't be spectacular successes. What we're interested in is that long-term uncertainty and trying to navigate that uncertainty as quickly as possible and quantify it, so that it becomes more certain. Data in the traditional investing sense would be the metrics about the company, how it's performing, its revenue, and there is very little of that at our stage. So first of all, we have to be very cautious about the data we do have. We're looking for signals, really, that will hint at whether something is going in the right direction or has the potential to go in the right direction, or are the little warning flags. And usually there's a mix. Signals are noisy. It's trying to build up a pattern of where we think, is this team capable of navigating the future, and is there enough substance in the business and what they could turn it into to be able to travel further afield. There's got to be some reason you want to invest, not just reasons not to invest. Nothing's going to be perfect, but it's for this stage of business, have they got what they need to have? And is there a good reason to invest? And then that's where it becomes interesting. It's also where we have to be very aware of our own personal limitations and potential biases. And that's where our team-based approach is really useful, because everyone is encouraged to speak up and say, no, I don't like it. Is there enough support within the team to take something forward that we are all convinced with the data that we've collected? Multiple opinions is much better always than one individual opinion. We know there is always a high risk that some will fail outright and others will just meander along. We might get a small return or at least our money back, but it's relatively few that will be those standout successes. First of all, we can't predict things that might happen, but is it going to be a robust enough, resilient enough business to be able to cope with the sorts of things that might happen to it? The other really important thing is diversification. And we try to make sure we do not invest in lots of the same thing. We are always trying to invest in lots of very different things, so that if some get wiped out, then there are still plenty of others. Despite all the things that are going on in the world, there is an incredible number of people who are setting up really innovative, exciting businesses, doing all sorts of different things. I never cease to be amazed at some of the things that people come up with.